Gonna make another quick video. A couple more bands that I'm into. 3 very different bands. I'm gonna talk about Mortiferum, Jesu, and Nuit, Noire. So we're gonna start off with Mortiferum, a death metal band, and they might be my favorite young death metal band going right now, or I shouldn't even say that, just one of my favorite modern death metal bands right now. I'm wearing a long sleeve by them right now. This is from Altar of Decay, their first EP. I did download that from their Bandcamp page at the time, but I didn't get a physical copy. I should have, but in any case, I did get the first full length, Disgorge from Psychotic Depths. Gross album cover, and it's just, I don't want to use the old buzzwords, but let's just say old school, gloomy and dark death metal. It's my favorite kind of death metal. A couple years later, they put out their second full length, Preserved in Torment. And I think I like this one even better. I haven't seen Mortiferum live yet. They were in my neck of the woods last year, and I didn't go because I had plans to go on a trip to Sweden. And I did go, and I was in the Gothenburg area, and they were going to play a metal bar called The Abyss. So Mortiferum playing a metal bar in Sweden, I gotta go. But I unfortunately, I had to leave one day before the show happened. So, still haven't seen them, but I will one day. So we're going to move on to a second band, very different band, Jesu. That's Justin Broderick from Godflesh and many other bands. I used to really love this group, and I've kept up with their career. I just don't like their new stuff as much, but definitely want to take comments to talk about it. So this is the debut EP, Heartache, and I have this one packaged with Dethroned, which is an EP that I believe was recorded before the release of Heartache, which was the first official release. So this is 2 discs, released on Hydra Head. The first full length, the self-titled album, this is my favorite release by them. It's very one tone, and my favorite songs in here are probably Friends Are Evil and We All Falter, but it's just got one tone through the whole album to me, but it's amazing. I remember I gave this a chance because Nathan T. Burke, a writer that I used to really respect, that wrote for Metal Maniacs, it was his album of the year for this particular year. And I wish that guy was still writing in the magazines. I haven't seen that name in a long time. Actually, that's a lie. Zero Tolerance, but I don't think he's with them anymore. But anyways, that last album, that's a top 20 album for me. Shortly after, there was a 4-song EP, Silver. Don't have a lot to say about this one off the top of my head, but I remember I did like it. Not as much as the second full length, Conqueror. This album, I don't know if I like it quite as much as the debut, but still a 10 out of 10. Pretty much a perfect album to me. After that, they had an album that was one, like, 50-minute song, Infinity, I think it was called, and it didn't really grab me, and the subsequent releases from them were all just good, not great to me. I did have that Lifeline EP on vinyl. I sold that because I can't find it. I sold a bunch of stuff several years ago. But the one they put out, Terminus, a year or 2 ago, I don't own that, but I thought that was a bit of a return to form, and I look forward to the next one. I mentioned he's been part of many other more famous groups, such as Godflesh and, for a short time, Napalm Death. and countless others. But I was just looking through my collection and I found Final, which is more of an electronic project. This apparently goes back to his teenage years, not this release per se. This was later. This is a double album. This is called Number 3. This copy was released on Nuit, and I haven't listened to this one in a while. Another old project from Justin was Techno Animal. This is a 2-disc collection released on Virgin, actually, in 1995. And again, it's more electronic music. And this actually seems to fetch a pretty penny online. Something to look at, because I haven't listened to this in a while. Final band for tonight is Nuit, Noire. I actually just looked them up on Metal Archives, and it seems like they are still doing things, but I never hear about them, and I lost track of them. But I have 2 early releases, and they're very original, and I quite like them. There's, I think, the debut full-length, Lunar Deflagration. This is, I guess you'd call it black metal, punk, very stripped down, very thin sound. A small sounding group, and I think it's by design. They're from France, and again, a very unique sound. The album after that, Infantile S. Priglet. I don't know what that says. But this was the following one, and it's more of the same. Cool CD to have in my collection, I think. Some random CDs, some random bands. That's it for today. Thank you.